What's going on, traders? In this video, we're going to be comparing and contrasting the straight to funded versus evaluation prop firm models. We're putting up the big dogs in each category up against each other, Topstep versus Top 1 futures. Again, looking at the differences between the instant funded straight to funded model and the classic evaluation model in the futures market. If you guys want to check out Top 1 futures, code RDF will get you the best deal, better than what you see on the site, in the current promotions, in the emails. Right now, the standard is 50% off the new accounts. My code RDF, is going to get you 55% off. It's always going to get you the best deal there at Top 1 Futures. I'll link it right here. Check that out. And while I'm on that point, important to note, I'm affiliated with Top 1 Futures. I can't stand to be unbiased if I stand to make money. Now let's go ahead and jump into this. I've got a side-by-side chart loaded up here. I've got it all out. If you want to pause it and read it for yourself and just take off, head to each one of these sites, you can do that. But here's what we got going on. Up at the top, we have Top 1 Futures on the left-hand side and Topstep on the right-hand side. Again, we are comparing the 50K account for both of these. It is the smaller, or almost the smallest one for both of these. Top 1 Futures actually has a 25K account, but this is a really popular model and size because it's cheaper and it's a really good max loss limit to what you need to do to get to payout, either profit target in an evaluation or profit required to take a payout. It's actually better in that sense when you look at that ratio than the larger account, but that's not the point of this video. Taking a look at price first. With 55% off, code RDF, price on Top 1 Futures instant funded is $269.10. Now again, promos come in and out. That price might be changed by the time I post this video. Always go to the site to check out the prices, the rule set, as everything does change in the prop firm space, unfortunately, very fast. Make sure you always go to the site, read the rules to get the most updated rule set, and know what the price is going in for the promotion. For Topstep, so again, for Top 1 Futures, we are at $269.10 with code RDF. That's all in. No additional activation fee, no challenge. You are straight to funded. You can look at the next two columns on that side. There's no evaluation or target. You are directly into a funded account, trading towards profit that you stand to withdraw from day one. If we look at the Topstep side, we have the evaluation model. How this works is you are trading in a sim challenge, essentially a test. You're paying to take a test to potentially get funded and then pay to actually get into the funded account. So here's what that looks like on the Topstep side. You're going to pay $49 for the evaluation. Again, just the test. And if you passed on that first set, which most people don't, you would pay $149 for the activation. That would put you, if you passed it on the first try, that would put you in at a lower price, just under $200 than Top 1 Futures. It's worth noting, most traders, including myself, do not have a 100% pass rate. Most traders, including myself, try to get through that challenge very quickly. They will blow more combines on the way to passing some, and in turn, increase that average amount that they're paying. If you just fail that combine 2, 3, 4 times, you are adding up what that total is with the activation fee to get into that account. There is some benefits. We're going to talk about some differences here, but in my mind, that's a drawback, right? You're paying to take a challenge. You have to spend days trading this account for money that you're never going to stand to withdraw, potentially fail, potentially take time, mental capital, opportunity in the market, trading just towards getting into a funded account, right? Again, that does come with some benefits, which I'm going to talk about, right? Although I am biased, I'm going to try to be down the middle here and give you my honest comparison because I do trade with both of these firms. We have an evaluation with Topstep. It's a multi-day challenge. You have to make $3,000 in order to pass and get funded, and you have a 50% consistency rule, which means at very best, if you were very aggressive and a solid trader, you could get this done in 2 days. Is that extremely common without failing or, just immediately hitting it in 2 days? No, I don't think so. But if you put up $1,500 on day one and $1,500 on day two, you would get the pass. You'd be into the funded account. Again, you're paying $49 for the eval, $149 for the activation fee. Now, we know what we need to do to get into each one. Topstep, we got the evaluation. Top 1 Futures, you pay and you're immediately trading into that funded account. Once you are funded, what is the rule set? Let's take a look. Max loss limit on both of these is $2,000. Daily loss limit, we have no daily loss limit for either one of these. You are able to risk the entire size of the account. I don't think that's such a great idea, but they give you the power and the flexibility to do that. Consistency rule. With Top 1 Futures, getting into that instant funded account, you definitely have a drawback compared to Topstep once you're in the funded account. The Top 1 Futures consistency rule is 20%. That means no single day of profit can be larger than 20% of your total profit when you go to request a withdrawal. Essentially, whatever size you want to put up on one day, you're going to have to do that across 5 days. At very best, working towards a profit target in 5 days' time. With Topstep, once you're funded, there's no consistency rule. Technically, you can catch a banger trade and let that bad boy run without that coming back to bite you. In fact, it's actually a nice thing to do. You do have 5 $200 minimum green days before you qualify for a payout. In Top 1 Futures, again, we are talking about the instant funded account, the standard instant funded, not the Sim Pro, not the challenge account, not the elite challenge account. They're different accounts. There is no minimum profitable days rule. With Topstep, you do have to put up 5 $200 green days, but there is no percent consistency rule saying that you can't have one really big day or a couple really big days. So again, that one's going to favor Topstep, right? We talked about where, Top 1 Futures definitely has the advantage where you don't have to waste time taking a challenge, failing, paying to take, a test and try to make $3,000 you're never going to withdraw. Topstep definitely has an advantage here. If you are a home run hitter, if you are somebody that has a really high R multiple, really low win rate, and you want to be able to hold on to trades all dang day, and that maybe makes up a significant portion of your profit, Topstep is going to be on the lead there. Scaling rule. Top 1 Futures is going to have the lead on this one. There is no scaling rule. You are immediately able to access up to 5 minis or 50 micros. A lot of size for that $50K account with just $2,000 worth of max loss limit. Topstep, they do give you a scaling rule. So they limit you on the front end. Day one in your funded account, you're only able to access 2 minis or 20 micros if you're on Topstep X, if you are below $1,500 in profit. Once you get above $1,500 in profit, they have different profit amounts that allow you to get up to that 5 minis. So again, more flexibility, more freedom right out of the gate with Top 1 Futures. You're able to size up right away if you want to. Now, again, here's where we're looking at a difference. In the funded account, in Top 1 Futures, since you are instant funded, you need to put up a certain amount before you qualify for a payout. It's $3,000. Once you're in the Topstep funded account, you've already put up $3,000 across 2 days to get in there in the first place. There isn't a minimum profit required. There's a $125, I'm pretty sure it's $125 minimum payout if nothing's changed. Might have to double check this one. So that would really require you to have at least $250 of profit in the account. Now, remember, you do have to have, it's kind of uncommon, but you do have to have 5 $200 profitable days in the account. Now, you could technically go back and forth, right? You could put up $1,000 and then lose, $1,000 and go back and forth and get into a situation where you've made it to $200 profitable days 5 times, but you don't have any money to request a payout. But that's the profit required. Is not a big profit goal once you're funded in the Topstep account because you've already put up that $3,000 in the eval, right? Now, maximum payout request, right? Maximum payout per request. $2,500 of that $3,000 in the Top 1 Futures account, equating to 83.33% of the profit that you put up. Topstep, much larger on the max payout per request. You could take out up to $5,000, but you would have to have $10,000 in the account to do that because you can request 50% of the profit in your account at any time. So again, in order to qualify for Topstep, just to simplify this, once you get funded, you need to have 5 $200 green days. You need to have at least $250 or more after you do that in order to request 50% of that amount and take out a minimum $125 payout. But you can put up to $10,000 and take out a $5,000 payout in that account. With Top 1 Futures, you're funded when you swipe your credit card. There's no challenge, but you have to put up minimum $3,000 one time in order to take out $2,500 of profit. Again, this is going to be different, right? Different people are going to have different mindsets as far as what's better in this situation. If you are someone that's swinging for the fences, you are a home run hitter, you want to take out large amounts, and you don't mind spending money and time and effort on the front end to take evaluations, Topstep might be the answer for you. You might be someone in the other boat that says, wait a minute, I want to put up $3,000 from day one with a $2,000 max loss limit and immediately take out $2,500. I don't mind working with a 20% consistency rule and to keep my large days modest on the way to that $3,000, and I'll withdraw right away. Again, there's going to be definitely 2 different camps here. I personally think, again, my biased opinion, I think the instant funded model is really sweet. I don't mind paying more to go straight into a funded account and taking my time, going a little bit slower on the way to working towards payouts. That said, I've traded with Topstep for a while. I've been taking payouts this year. They are solid. There's a lot of freedom and flexibility once you get into that funded account, but you do have a little bit of a mountain to climb to get in there. So it's definitely going to be different for different traders. I want to kind of just give those two sides of this coin here. Now, minimum days to request a payout. With Top 1 Futures, there's a 10 minimum trading days rule, or you can add on anytime payouts, which would make it a minimum of 5. It's a minimum of 5 because you have a 20% consistency rule. You can't put up $3,000 in one day and request a payout. At very best, you do that in 5 days, which is actually uncommon because you would have to hit it really exact. So let's say around that 6-day mark. With Topstep, once you are funded, it's 5 minimum profitable days in the account, 5 minimum $200 days. But remember, you already have 2 days in that evaluation, so I think you're looking at best around that 7-day mark. I've heard with the new dashboard, which I haven't had, you could technically pass the account in 2 days, and on that second day, activate the XFA, put up $200 green day, and maybe technically make it to a payout in 6 days. Again, is that super common? No, the same way it's not common to hit 5 perfect days on Top 1 Futures. But we want to look at how quick you can work your way to a payout from day one. Copy trading, Topstep does have the advantage here. They allow you to copy trade up to 5 of these accounts. Top 1 Futures on the standard instant funded accounts, which we're comparing here, you can copy trade up to 3 of them. Payout speed, these are both really fast. And again, I think there's a lot of argument and discrepancy about payout speed. So I'm going to just give you my own biased 2 cents here. I think they're both pretty damn fast. Watching these, keeping my finger on the pulse, watching what's happening, right? I have a Discord with almost 2,000 members, people taking payouts. I watch both of these Discords. Personally, it seems like Top 1 Futures does have the advantage here, 24 to 48 hours. My personal experience with Topstep, it's been a couple days. In my mind, I don't see traders waiting for over a week with either one of these to get payouts to hit the bank account. So that to me is both very fast. Again, I've got 1 to 6 days marked on Topstep. I've seen a lot of traders getting paid out in 24 hours from Topstep. For me personally, the last payout I took, I think it was around that 4 to 5 day mark, requested on like a Friday afternoon, and I think it hit the bank Wednesday or Thursday. Again, what we're seeing from Top 1 Futures right now, this was nearly instant. We see a lot of traders in that 24 to 48 hour time frame. News trading with both of these, it's allowed. I think that's important to note. No real crazy gotcha rules with either of these. They're pretty straightforward. Again, go to the frequently asked questions page from both of these main homepages, not just the checkout page, not just the main homepage. Go to the frequently asked questions page. It's the same on Top 1 and Topstep, or very similar, same way it is across firms. Read the frequently asked questions. Go through, double check, read this stuff for yourself. That's your responsibility as a trader. If you don't do that, I don't think you stand a chance to make it into a payout. Minimum hold time. Topstep has the advantage for super scalpers, hyper scalpers here. There's no minimum hold time. There is a minimum hold time of 10 seconds with Top 1 Futures. It is not, if you hold one trade for shorter than 10 seconds and it's profitable, you lose all your money, you violate the account. Excessive violations are penalized. If you have a large amount of profit that comes from those, or you have multiple violations, again, for profitable trades, you're going to have a problem. I think that one's pretty easy to identify on the front end. Am I someone that is scalping for a couple ticks, holding trades for, 3 to 5 seconds? Probably not going to work with a prop firm that has a minimum hold trade rule. Trading platforms available. It doesn't bother me at all that Top 1 Futures only has Project X. I think it's awesome that they have Project X because that's my preferred platform. You might be somebody that likes Project X and can trade that with Topstep, or trades one of a number of other different platforms. Topstep does have many different options. I will note that neither of these guys have Tradeovate any longer. Topstep recently removed that, I think over the last week. So if you're a Tradeovate trader looking for, that platform, might be somewhere else. But again, if you're on an oddball platform, or not an oddball platform, just a different popular platform, Topstep does have a whole lot of choices. Project X, if you want to check that out, I have a whole bunch of tutorials. You can take a look at what that is, what it looks like. Integrated trading view chart, very fast execution. I love it. Mixed reviews across the board, as always, for platforms. Your weapon of choice is going to be your weapon of choice. Path to live, both of these have a very fast and clear path to be considered for a live account. Important to note, considered for a live account, and what that transition looks like is unique to each individual trader for both of these. You're considered for a live account after 3 payouts from the same account in the standard instant funded with Top 1 futures. Topstep, you are considered after 4 payouts from the same account. Live scaling plan in both of these, yes, they are looking to get profitable traders to live and put money behind them and make money with them and incentivize you in that live environment. Guys, again, if you want to check out Top 1 Futures, code RDF gets you the best deal, better than what's in the email, what's on the site, the current promotion, all that fun stuff. No code for Topstep. Wish I did, but I don't think they really run any types of promotions at all anymore. I haven't seen anything. That's a discount, but it's a pretty aggressive price. So if you want to check that out, head straight to the site. Remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Do your own research, make your own trading decisions. Trading is very risky. If you decide to trade, even with prop firms, any one of these, you're probably going to lose all or more of the money that you decide to trade with. Also, read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what we're talking about here, even in funded prop firm accounts, and the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top 1 Futures, code RDF, and others. Guys, I will see you live trading at 9:30 a.m. Eastern right here on YouTube. More than happy to have you there and in my 100% free trading community on Discord. Talk to you guys soon. Have an awesome day.